Hi there guys, Bowlington here, and today I'd like to welcome you back to another episode of Feed the Beast. Now, today we're going to be continuing with what we started last episode, which was we were working on that armory over there in the caldera. But before we go ahead and get started with that, a little bit of news. The last few days I haven't been posting things. I have not been feeling very well, and the reason is I still have a staph infection, which is not very fun. I've done the full course of the antibiotics that they gave me, and it hasn't really put a dent in the infection. So my immune system is just and my immune system is just not there. And I've had this weird, like, it's almost like a cold, but it's not, because I've had a cough and I've just had random runny noses and just all sorts of weird things that seem to be connected, but they're not like one thing wrong. So I just haven't been feeling up to recording the past couple of days, and you guys know me if you've been around for a while. I don't like to record things if I'm not feeling up to it, because then my heart isn't in it, and I'm most likely not having fun if I'm not feeling good. But today I felt kind of okay, so I figured that I'd record something, and here we are. So today what we're going to be doing is we are going to be doing oh, actually, before I get onto that, another piece of news. For those of you that are wondering, that aren't following me on Twitter, if you are curious about when hardcore is coming back, I've decided that hardcore is coming back when we have a stable 1.7 release for Minecraft, because, well, 1.7 is going to be epic. I've seen the videos I've seen on it, the stuff they're adding in. It's just going to make Minecraft, it's the jump that I need to make Minecraft enjoyable, really, in vanilla again. It's like kind of the reason that I like FTB so much, is because there's so much variety and there's so much new stuff to look at. I want that in vanilla, because right now I've seen everything that vanilla has to offer, and it's kind of boring to me. So there you go. If you're wondering about hardcore, it is coming back, but I'm going to wait until 1.7 comes back, because then it's going to be awesome. I'm going to go off into the distance and build a new house or something. But there you go. News over. Today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working on the armory over there in the caldera. And I've made a couple of design choices as far as stuff that I want to build it out of, and I've already kind of planned out the size and the shape and everything of it. So we'll fly over here real quick and take a look at it. Didn't make it. But basically this is what we're going to be working with. This is a 21 by 21 square. I chose an odd number so that it would be easy to work with. And this is going to be our barge. This is going to be the base of our barge. And these are, I thought about how they control barges and how barges work when they are in the real life. In real life is what I'm trying to say. But in real life, what they do is they have either they either pull it up to a dock, or if it's in an area that it needs to work, they'll put pylons down. They'll drive pylons into the ground and then they'll tie it off. And being that this is FTB, there's a lot of cool blocks and stuff. And I was thinking that I could use possibly some of the micro blocks from what is it, Red Power, the Red Power micro blocks, and find a way to devise some kind of use like a wood or something that looks like rope, and make rope attachments that will hold this thing in place, that attach to the pillars over there. Oh, come on, get on the thing. Get on the thing. There we go. I thought that would look cool, and it would kind of give this more feeling that it is a barge and not just a floating thing. And being that it is a barge and it's supposed to float, I had a couple of ideas about what I wanted to build it out of, and we'll go. I've actually I've pre-smelted a lot of the stuff that we're going to need to do that, and it's all over in my fancy smancy smelting machine over here. So we'll go ahead and go look at that. And what I've decided to do is I've decided to make pontoons basically around the whole thing, so that it has something to float on. And the way that we're going to build the pontoons is we're going to use aluminum blocks. And this is oh, it might be 9, I think. Could be 9. Yeah, it's 9. So I might have to make a bunch more, but this is kind of it kind of rings true in the real world, because aluminum, for the most part, doesn't rust, it doesn't corrode, so you can build pontoons out of it without a problem. And it's lightweight, it's lightweight and strong if you have the right mixture of it. You can actually, in the real world, they mix it with some certain other things. Like, I think they can mix it with carbon to make it stronger, just like they do with steel. But aluminum is a good choice for the pontoon, so I think that's what we're going to use there. I'm going to go put some more aluminum back on to smelt, because 42 blocks is not enough. I know we're going to need more than that. And you're probably thinking, wow, that's a really expensive thing to do. But look at that. I have 36 stacks of aluminum. What in the world am I going to use it for other than doing this? And just the fact that I'm giving it a purpose makes it useful to me. So, any of you guys that are like, don't use aluminum because it's really that's an expensive way of doing what you're trying to do. You could have used this block. Well, I don't have a use for aluminum, and I've not seen anything else that it's useful for. So I'm giving it a use, and that's vital. So that's what we're going to make the pontoons out of. And what we're going to make the rest of it out of is, let's see if I have it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And did I need iron? No, I don't need iron for that recipe. Actually, I don't have any iron in here, so it doesn't matter anyways. But, ooh, sun's already going down. But I'll get this out of the way. We're actually going to make some dark engineering blocks, which is part of the Zycraft mod, which is, they're these cool looking blocks that almost look like carbon fiber, but, they're pretty neat. And the reason I chose them is because they look like carbon fiber. So the thought process is that because it looks like carbon fiber, it's most likely lightweight and it's most likely strong. So that's kind of what I'm going for here. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then see if I can find it. Dark engineering block. Brick. What am I missing? What do I do with my stone bricks? Oh, it's because I clicked that. Come here. There we go. Awesome. So that should be pretty good to give us a stable base of this thing. And the other thing that I did, I'll go ahead and switch into creative mode so I can talk about this. No, actually, I don't think I need to. The stands that I was talking about for armor last episode, it is part of the Bibliocraft mod, and the Bibliocraft mod is not in Direwolf 20 by default. So I went ahead and found the download for it, and I added it to my Direwolf 20. So if you, by any chance, are following this and you want to, if you're following this and playing it with me and you want to do what I'm doing, you're going to need to install that. It's very simple. Just grab the zip and put it in the mods folder inside your FTB folder. Simple, but if you download the world, be warned that when I actually do put the world up for download, you're going to need the Bibliocraft mod, or else you're most likely going to get errors. So keep that in mind, and when I do put it up for download, I will note that as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut away here in a second, and I'm going to build a bunch of this stuff. Like I'm going to lay the floor down out of dark engineering. Rude. I'm going to set the floor down of dark engineering blocks, and I'm going to start making the pontoons and stuff. Creeper! Woo! That's a shame. He messed up my landscape. But I'm going to do all that, and then I will rejoin you guys, and we will go from there. So I will see you guys in a few. Alright, and we are back. I've done a little bit so far. These are the dark engineering blocks that I was talking about, the ones that look like carbon fiber. I think this texture is really cool. And it really kind of, to me, it really kind of just sells this is the floor of a high-tech armory barge, and it's supposed to be lightweight. And if you're thinking about real world again, if you had a boat hull that was made completely of carbon fiber like this, the damn thing would be completely indestructible. So, or pretty near indestructible. What are you doing on my barge? Invitations only, sucker. Anyways. But this is how far I've gotten. Literally, the only thing that's kept me from getting farther than this is waiting on materials to smelt. I've got actually lots of dark engineering blocks to spare, and I've got a bunch of materials to spare for them. So I'll probably use them somewhere else because I like this block. Mr. Muckluckable showed me this block in his FTB Let's Play, and I really like this texture. So I'm really glad I found a use for them. These are kind of the pontoons. Let me see if I can nail this. Whoa, nailed it. I'm getting really used to being able to fly around like that. These are the pontoon boats. This one is finished for now. The only reason that I say for now is because I've used up a huge amount of aluminum doing this. I totally don't mind doing it for the reasons I stated previously, but I'm waiting on lots of aluminum to smelt so that I can craft it into blocks. And this will be fine for now, which will... Once I have a finished pontoon kind of like this on both sides, I'll be happy. That one's almost finished. I've got a couple of blocks to go on the end there. But once I have those in place, just for now as placeholders, I'll be fine, and then I can focus on the rest of the building. I came up with kind of an interesting design because you would want to be able to have like a dock or you'd want to have something on the front of this building that you'd want to be able to step out onto if you pulled a boat up. So I think what I'm gonna do, and I'm just gonna use these as a placeholder. I'm not actually gonna build with nether bricks. I think that would, it just looks too weird on here. But I'm gonna build the entrance kind of like this. So I'm gonna do a 3, and then I'm gonna come out 1, and then I'm gonna come out 1 more and do it like that. So when you pull up in here in a boat, you'll have a place to pull up. There'll be a door here, and I'm also kind of playing with the idea of making these out of reappearing blocks, which is something that I like, those reappearing blocks, and I'm actually using those in another project that I'm working on that you guys haven't seen yet. It's one of the things that I've been doing while I've been sick, so it's just something to keep me busy while I'm not feeling well and not really up to recording. But I will be showing that off soon. It's actually going to be part of a series, but it's not a series in the traditional sense of a series on my channel. So it'll be cool, and it'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, I've just been smelting a bunch of stuff. Where? I thought I had more aluminum smelting. Weird, I don't, but that's okay. Alright, but I also went ahead and I will switch into creative mode because I realized that I couldn't see all the stuff on, where is it, aluminum. I couldn't see all the stuff I wanted to show in the not enough items menu, so once I throw these in the furnace, I'll switch over and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about with Bibliocraft, because Bibliocraft is a very cool mod. It adds a lot of the stuff that I think is just awesome, and then at some point should be added to Minecraft by default, because it's just cool stuff. So there we go. Alright, so there's all that. I'll go ahead and switch into creative mode so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Where is Bibliocraft? There it is, Bibliocraft. So Bibliocraft adds a lot of the stuff that you're used to from games like Skyrim. So you've got these birch you have all these cases. I said birch because that's the first one I went over. But you've got a bunch of these cases that are glass that you can open. They're animated. They're cool. You've got correct bookshelves, which is cool. This is the armor stand I was talking about. You've got desks, proper desks. You've got labels, which are kind of like signs, but they're better. And then you've got shelves, which are totally modular. And I'll bring a couple out just to show them to you. I'm not actually going to use these, but I will craft them when I'm ready for them. So as you can see, they're modular shelves like this. And then you can place items in the slots, and then when you want the items back, you can right click on them. So you can do that, and then like you can put some beef. The beef doesn't really fit, but some other things fit. Let's try torches. The torches are kind of weird, but there's a couple of things that look really cool in here. So I'm definitely gonna play with these. Give me my torch back. I'm definitely going to play with these because these things are neat. And all these cases, I think this is the perfect mod to basically decorate the inside of the armory with all that stuff. So that will be something that I do in the near future. Anyways, so let's go ahead and grab... I only need a couple more blocks of this to finish off the 2 pontoons. So we'll go ahead and make this real quick and get it over with. And then we can go ahead and move on. And I still don't know what block I want to make the overall case, like the overall main block that I use for the entire armory. I have no idea what I want to use for that. I was thinking wood, but then again, I don't really... Wood is not something you want when you're doing something like a barge, because wood rots. And again, I know this is Minecraft, so you're gonna have to use some imagination here, but let's get out of creative mode. Game mode 0. So yeah, let's get out of there. But wood rots, and that's not something you want to use on a vessel. And the only reason they used it on vessels in the past is because A, it's all they had, and B, they would treat it with tar and all sorts of other stuff, like on old wooden ships and things like that. That's what they did. When they're talking about swabbing the deck, they would take buckets of tar or other preservatives like tar and basically just rub the tar into the... Well, actually, I need disappearing blocks. So let's go ahead and go back. But they would rub the tar onto the deck so that it would not rot. So, yeah, there you go. A little bit of history there. But that's why I don't want to use wood. So I want to find something else that I can use as the main block for this place. So I'm open to suggestions on what you think would look good with those 2 textures, with the dark engineering block and the pontoons. I kind of want to lean towards using stone bricks, but then again, stone is not something you want to use on something that's supposed to float. Stone is heavy, very heavy, but then again, you could use the stone on the logic that you saved a bunch of weight with the floor, so you can use the stone for the rest of it, which is kind of an interesting thought. Not gonna lie, interesting thought. You know what? I might I'm gonna take some of this over there and see how I like it. And we'll play with it a little bit. Where are my disappearing blocks? I might have put them. Ooh, Naga stone is cool. I could put that somewhere. Where did I put the disappearing blocks? I put them on the wall somewhere. Or was that one of the things that got lost when I... Oh no. Oh no. We might have a problem, people. We might have a problem. I think those might have been one of the barrels over here, because I think they were over here. And they're... a terrible portal accident. Maybe they might be in here. Ugh, not fun. Where are my cool blocks? Where are my cool blocks? In here, maybe? Nope. Oh, that's a shame. I'm gonna have to get some of those when we go back to the Twilight Forest, which I think is next episode. I'm not quite sure. I haven't been paying attention to recording the past couple days, as I've said. But we'll look at some stone bricks, and the main thing that actually I want to put. I want to have really big windows on this because I like the idea of having really big windows. So we'll go. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. Actually, that's kind of a neat idea. Using sands. Oh, derp. Come here. Using sandstone for this. I haven't really built anything with sandstone, and with sandstone you could kind of, I don't know what kind of material you could pretend that is in real life, but you know, sandstone is kind of cool, and I haven't used sandstone for really anything ever, so I might do that. I might make this out of sandstone, so we'll go get some sandstone and see how that looks. I think, yeah, those are the pontoons basically done, but ooh. Okay, sandstone. Derp. I need to make this whole little platform right here bigger. Alright, sandstone. Do I have sandstone already, or am I going to have to make some? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think is how you make sandstone. See, I don't even know how to make the stuff. At least I don't think I do. Oh no, that is how you make sandstone. How do you make smooth sandstone? Smooth sandstone. Alright, well, let's go take a look at this and see how this works. But if I end up having to use a lot of this, to make 64 of this, I had to use 4 stacks of sand. And stacks of sand are useful for other things, like making glass. So I might have to go and mine some of it up somewhere, so that could be interesting. This is an interesting thing. Thank you, Skype, by the way. Which I thought I silenced you. Did I? I did that by accident. Alright, well that's gonna be a 3. Oh, come on. Well, I kind of like it. Actually, I think I'm gonna lay out the base and get a feel for the colors, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut ahead to when I've got the base of this laid out, and I think I'm gonna go make some glass viewers, which is what I'm gonna use for the windows. So I will rejoin you guys in a few. All right, and we are back once again. I have basically finished the building off, and this is where we're gonna have to stop for today after I show you this, because as I predicted, I'm completely out of sand. I have like 20 blocks of sand left to my name, so I'm gonna have to go mine some. But this is what we've got, and I've decided to stick with the smooth sandstone because I really like the contrast between these two blocks, between the dark engineering block and the smooth sandstone. I really like that, and the fact that it's a seamless texture on the bottom and the top is pretty cool. I really like this, and I like the big windows. I like being able to see out in all directions, and I know what some of you are probably thinking. Well, it's supposed. You said you're going to be an armory. It's supposed to be really well defended, and it's supposed to be a strong building that's protecting your stuff. Well, yeah. Let's consider that this is some kind of special polycarbonate blend of materials that's bomb proof, and then this could be ballistic glass that's bulletproof, and this is carbon fiber, so you're not going to be able to get through it anyways. So you just use a little bit of an imagination, and this is exactly what I said it was going to be, which is kind of interesting, but it totally works. And I really like the way this building looks so far. There's plenty of room in here. I'm thinking about possibly subdividing it in some way. I might use microblocks, like make a wall here, but use it with microblocks so that the room looks bigger than it actually is, and I still get this stuff in the middle. And I won't illustrate that right now, but I will prepare those I will go cut the microblocks and make those ready for next episode, along with getting some sand because I need to finish this off. And I also had the thought of using there's a red power lighting mod, or it might be Zycraft. I think it's red power. Inverted. These cage lamps. These cage lamps are awesome. Yeah, this is Zycraft, I think. But these cage lamps are awesome. They're like they're industrial looking lamps that they produce. If they're inverted, they're always on, so you can place them like a torch. And they have this cage around them. They look really cool. So I'm thinking about placing a couple of those around in here, like in the corner, like I'd put one there, and in the corner of the rooms and stuff like that to take care of my light and get rid of the torches. Because I would like to move away from using torches altogether, because torches are torches, and they don't really fit in an industrial setting, so I don't really like them that much. But next episode, I think we're gonna be taking on decorating this place. Actually, unless next episode is Twilight Forest, because if next episode is Twilight Forest, we'll be doing that. If it's episode 30, we'll be there. And then when we come back from the Twilight Forest, we'll finish this off, because I did check all of my chests. I checked everywhere, and my reappearing blocks, the 2 stacks or so that I collected, were unfortunately they were lost in that tragic portal accident when that happened, which is makes me sad. But that's okay, because we can get some more when we go to the Twilight Forest, and then we'll be all good in the hood. But that's where I want to stop this episode off, so I would like to thank you guys for watching. For Feed the Beast, this is Bowlington, signing off.